South Downs Way is a 100-mile national trail from Winchester in Hampshire to Eastbourne in East Sussex. The trail passes through woodland, quaint villages, Roman roads, ridgeways, misty valleys and the spectacular Seven Sisters Cliffs. Join me as I attempt to tackle this trail solo in 5 sunny autumnal days. Well, come on then. Good morning everyone. You find me today in the historic city of Winchester, just outside the magnificent cathedral here. But we've no time for sightseeing. Those of you in the hiking community may know Winchester as the start of the South Downs Way, and that's what we're doing today. We're going for 100 miles in 5 days. From Winchester to Eastbourne, let's do this. First thing we need to do is find the start of it. Now apparently that's hidden behind an old mill somewhere. Busy in town today guys. It's a beautiful fresh autumn morning. Alright, so you come out of the city centre, you go past the barbers, you see the mill here, and here we are. The trail, the head, the sign. Winchester, Butser Hill, Harton Down, the River Arun, Devil's Dyke, Ditchley Beacon and Eastbourne. 100 miles. And we head over the bridge and we cross the river when we can get across the road. Here we go guys, 100 miles in 5 days. Now you might be thinking, I'm going to do it 20 miles a day, that's not too bad. Well, the thing is, I live halfway along the South Downs Way in Worthing, just off of it, about 5 or 6 miles off. So what I'm planning to do is do the first part in 2 days, first half I should say, except it's about 54 miles in reality, and then do the second half in 3 days. So that means in 2 days I've got to do 54 miles. Now you might be thinking, oh, this is south, it's not that hilly, there's no mountains here, it should be alright, it should be fairly easy. You would think wrong, because the South Downs Way has total elevation of almost 14,000 feet. That's more than 3 Ben Nevises. So this is going to be a very hard challenge guys, it's going to be very tough. It's the toughest challenge I will ever have undertaken. So wish me luck, let's hope we make it. Onwards we go. Got some unusual pub names here guys. We've got the Black Boy, and then just up here the Black Hole, and on the other side the Black Rat Restaurant. Well folks, if you can hear me, we've just come to our first major landmark of the trail, the M3 motorway. Alright, so in and of itself it's not really that exciting a landmark, but what it signifies is that we're leaving the urban environments of Winchester behind us and we're now heading out into the downland. So we've got the riders route that way, cyclists coming up here, and we're going the walkers route. And here we are, 1 mile in and in the countryside. Still got the hum of the traffic, pretty loud behind us, but we'll soon leave that behind. We're about 6 miles in now guys, as is indicated by the helpful signpost here. Eastbourne, only 94 miles to go. We're at Holden Farm, little cafe over there. if you have the luxury of time and go in there for a nice coffee or snacks or toasties. Unfortunately, luxury of time is something we don't have. Onwards. Well, just come across this handy drinking water point. Just found out the hard way that the tap is rather vigorous. You can see it's splashing everywhere, which has resulted in this look. The peed my pants look. So at each tap they have a sign to tell you when the next tap will be, and the next one's in about 10 miles at the Sustainability Centre. So we're all topped up, need a lot of water today. It's a hot day, it's 2 days before October and we're out in blazing sunshine, 23 degrees, wonderful. About a mile and a half on from the tap now. We'll come across our first trig point. We've got views over here towards Southampton, over there, the big industrial area that you probably can't see. And there's Solent and the Isle of Wight in the background. Portsmouth over there. It's all starting to open up a bit now, really nice. I haven't seen anyone for ages. In the lovely little village of Exton, Churchview Cottage, and there indeed is the view of the church. Just had our first big steep climb. It's hard to convey steepness on camera, but that was one climb, that was. We're now on Old Winchester Hill, even though we're a good 12 to 15 miles from Winchester. A little bit of info on Winchester Hill. Earliest settlement during the early Bronze Age, 3,800 years ago. People living in what looks like teepees. Just up here on the fort. Well, I'm at the Sustainability Centre now, and I was hoping just to walk in and find a tap, but I don't know where it is, and I can't bother to walk around looking for it. I've got plenty of water anyway, so let's carry on the walk. Look at that, just see 78 miles to go. Now this is the kind of downland walking I like. And you've got views all around. You've got a forest there ahead of us. Road, I think that's Waterlooville, the town off there, and beyond that we've got the Solent and the Isle of Wight. And the sun getting low in the sky now. 56 miles from London, 4 from Petersfield, 13 to Portsmouth. More importantly, about 75 from Eastbourne. Another tap here just at the Queen Elizabeth Country Park. So we're all topped up with water, ready for the last push. Are these magic? They look like they might be magic. Right, it's about 6:05. Sunset is 6:45, so pretty soon we're going to have to find somewhere to camp. Unfortunately at the moment, just coming past Berriton or Buriton or Burriton, I really don't know the pronunciation of it's B-U-R-I-T-O-N. We're coming past there, and yeah, it's just there's no suitable camping areas at all, so I want to press on to Harting Down, but that's 4 miles away. 4 miles in 45 minutes isn't going to happen, so we might have a bit of darkness walking today. Oh, there's some good people out there. They're flapjacks for £1. Had a great day on the downs. You know, that could make all the difference. Just that small gesture. Moments like this, I wish I had a bike or a car. Well, the sun is well below the horizon now, guys, and we've still got about 2.5 miles before hearting down, where we hope there'll be somewhere to camp. It's in sight, guys. It's in sight. It's getting dark, but it's in sight. Right, we're here, hearting down. A few cars over there in the car park, so we'll get away from them and find somewhere to pitch up. Right, so I'm going to call it a night now, guys. I'm going to be heading off to bed very soon after I've eaten, and I'll see you in the morning. So it's been a bit of a rush video today, but it's been the nature of the day, to be honest. It's just been a rush from start to finish. We can take it a little bit easier, but it's still going to be a pretty busy one. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning everyone. It's 6:40 currently. It's very fresh this morning. It's about 8 degrees at the moment, so I'm going to get up, get packed up and on the move before having breakfast. The sun's coming up over yonder. Sunrise is meant to be in about 5 minutes time, but it looks very cloudy, so it should be brightening up later on and hopefully warming up a bit too. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's a very misty morning today. My bivvy and all the contents of my bivvy are pretty moist, pretty damp this morning. Well, I've got a bench here. I've got a signpost, South Downs Way, 69 miles. I was going to sit here and have my breakfast, but this mist is really cold. It's really dampening. So I think I'm going to continue for a little while. Maybe up on the top of the hill might be a bit better. Now that was steep. That was an intense way to start the morning. I've seen plenty of tree points surrounded by hikers before. It's the first time I've seen a tree point surrounded by sheep. Bye then. I think this is be where I'm having breakfast this morning. Pretty decent spot. So this is our breakfast looks, guys. A couple of bananas, got about half of that left, which I'll just bite off in chunks. Chocolate orange porridge, Quaker oats, protein drink. Got a Starbucks coffee thing over there, some water. Yeah, pretty decent. Well, it's 8:30 now. After a chilly start this morning, I can now take off my coat. Looking back from where we were, we could see it was rolling hills going on and on and on. And it looked like it was going to be one hell of a morning. Well, luckily, The South Downs Way sort of skirts around the hills, so it's not too bad. Well, it's a glorious sunny day. It's now about 9 o'clock, making good progress. So I've just sat for a quick drink. Hardly seen anyone. Saw 2 cyclists and a farmer. That's what I've seen so far this morning. It's quite nice just walking along a national trail. Now usually I'm walking along, making up my own route as I go along and having to constantly check the map, but it's so well signposted here. I haven't had to look at the map all morning. I'm literally just following sign after sign. As soon as you get to like a crossroads or somewhere where it looks like it's going to change direction, boom, there's a sign there, South Downs Way. Okay, on we go. So it looks like we've got another couple of hills to come up, so I'm just going to make the most of it, have a quick drink, and then onwards. Just stopped off at the Cadence Cafe, got myself a cappuccino, flapjack and a can of Coke, and I'm just waiting on a toasty. This is nice little surrounds. Managed to top up my water, get rid of the rubbish that's been over there. Pastrami, gherkin, cheese and mustard. Oh yeah. Well, that set us back about 45 minutes and about £17, but it was worth it. Feel re-energised now, ready to smash out the next 20 or so miles. Just leaving Cocking. Yes, that's the real name of the place, Cocking. And next section takes us to Amberley. Amberley is the part I've been dreading, and I'll show you why when we get there. Well, it's a really busy day out here on the trail, guys. Not just hikers like myself and cyclists. There's a trail run going on. You can see them up ahead of me, see them behind me, and these guys look really fit, you know, like proper athletes. As well as that, there's army cadets and all sorts out. It's a beautiful morning for it. One of these runners, as they were just on their way past me, just said, "Would you by any chance want a Trek bar?" I was like, "Yes please." Why say no? One of the worst things about being on the trail is when you take a break and all the people you overtook earlier are now overtaking you again. So you have that, "Oh, hello again," and then I'm about to overtake them again, and it'll be, "Oh, you again, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Oh," we keep bumping into each other, people are going to talk, all that kind of banter. Well, it's certainly fresh on this exposed part. It's gone a bit cloudy now, as you can see, a bit of a breeze, but still quite nice temperature. And there's Cadence Cafe Part 2. We don't need it now. I think we're good to carry on. We're on the Slindon estate now. Some nice views down to the sea. Down that way is Bognor Regis. There's Littlehampton. I can just about make out the oil drum, which is kind of the most distinguishing feature of Littlehampton. And then over there is Worthing. So I can see home. It's within sight. It's just a small matter of about 13 more miles walking, a few hills and a bus ride. Right folks, we just got to make our way across this busy road here, and then we make our way, you descending into Amberley, the bit I was dreading. Right, here we go, down to Amberley. And there it is, nestled in the valley there, that's Amberley. So the reason I wasn't looking forward to getting to Amberley is because this was going to be the end of day 2 for me. I was going to finish up in Amberley, get a train back to Worthing, take about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending on the connections, and then I'd be home and I'd come back on the train the following day and continue. Well, today there's a train strike, the drivers are on strike, so I'm having to push on further up to Washington, and I know what goes down must come up, so we're going to go down into the valley and then we've got to push right on over onto this hill here, which on the camera probably doesn't look much, but believe me, I've done that hill quite a few times and I know it's a bit of a leg burner. Here we go, we might as well just suck it up and get on with it. What a beautiful scene, guys. Just heading down the trail here, got the River Arun and the bridge going across it just over there. All this lovely countryside, glorious. So here in the sleepy village of Amberley, you have a bunkhouse, you have a farm with facilities for camping, you have a pub and a cafe with very sporadic opening times. I never seem to know when they're open and when they're not. And you also have 2 massive great hills either side of it. Just there is the water recycling centre. Smells pretty darn grim. There's a train line up to London, and just there on the right hand side, that's Amberley Castle. If you can afford £500 a night, the King Suite is available for you. Look at this, it just teased me now. Amberley Station, 1/4 mile. Washington Village, 6 1/4. And here begins the uphill slog. Yes, just as tough as I was expecting. Thank God for these poles. These have been a godsend. Usually I don't bother with them, but I've needed them these last couple of days. Whew. Oh yeah, that's an absolute beast of a climb, there's no denying that, but almost at the top now. So worth it for the views. I like this bit here, like a little tree tunnel. So with about 3 miles to go, I've just developed sort of niggling, aching pain in my left shin, which is slowing me down a bit, but I've got about an hour and a half till the next bus and 3 miles to go, so I can afford to take it a bit slowly. I'm quite surprised at how injury free I am actually. My feet are a bit sore, my legs are a bit sore, but nothing too bad, just this shin thing that's just cropped up. But overall, considering the distance covered in the amount of time, I'm feeling all right. It's kind of surprising what the human body can do, isn't it? How far you can push it. Well, I'm not sure how this works. The trail is 100 miles. Winchester's 52 miles back that way. Eastbourne is 47 miles this way. That doesn't compute. But never mind, the most important thing is Washington is about a mile, maybe less. Just alongside the A24 now, guys. We just need to get across the other side via a bridge, and then the bus stop will be waiting for us. Well, I thought there was a bridge, apparently not. So apparently, guys, the bus stop is down there where it says the max speed limit over there on the left hand side on the slip road. That's where I've got to catch my bus. It's going to be about another 20 minutes. Not the best place to be catching a bus, but it is what it is. Well guys, that concludes the first part of the South Downs Way hike. We're over halfway now. We've got 3 days left to do about 45 miles. Not the most salubrious surroundings to do an outro, but it could be worse. My car could be broken down like these poor guys here. I'll see you in the next bit, guys.